this one is very interesting. It's got this drape on the side. The pattern calls it a bustle. To me, it's more like a drape. You'll see why after I show you the dress. Vogue 2131. Okay, so I'm going to make the pleats in the overlay right here. Okay, I'm putting on the invisible zipper now, but I'm doing it a little bit differently than what the instructions told me to do. The instructions wanted me to sew one half of the zipper to one side, the other half to the other side, and then sew the remainder of the back seam all the way down to the vent. But I'm going to do a simpler, easier, possibly cleaner looking method. What I did is I sewed the entire back seam. I did the vent all the way to this notch here. I back stitched a little, and then I did a base stitch the rest of the way, and I pressed it flat so that hopefully when the zipper is put in, it'll just look like this on the outside. I'll just cut through these basting stitches, and hopefully the stitches will be close enough to the coil that this seam won't pull apart. I'm not sewing all the way through both of these layers. I don't want the stitches on the outside. So what I'm going to do is open it up. The coil's on an invisible zipper on the inside, so you won't see them. Open this up, and I'm going to put the coils right up against that fold. And that's going to go through that seam allowance right here. To attach the drape, I had to match the numbers on the pattern piece. They were numbered 1 through 5, the dots where the drape connected to the dress. And they didn't quite match up. I think it might have been a sizing issue. So what I did is I matched up number 1 on the front to number 5 on the back. And I just had all the other dots kind of line up to make the smooth curve that the pattern wanted. And to attach it, I'm going to use this upholstery thread. It's much thicker than regular thread. This is the pattern that I ordered. And this is the finished dress. Now this dress surprised me. I was thinking I was going to love the bustle, but it's a lot flatter than I thought it would be. I was expecting a little bit more va-va-voom, a little more hustle in that bustle. Now it could be a multitude of reasons. It could be the fabric I used. I used a polyester satin for this fabric. If I wanted something crisper, I could have used a shantung or a taffeta. Those are the kind of fabrics you traditionally use when you're making a bustle because they have a stiffer hand, they say. I also used stiffening inside the bustle, and my stiffening was a little bit, well, it wasn't much of a step above tulle. It was really not very strong. They probably sell a lot thicker stuff, which is what I would use next time. But the other thing that surprised me about this dress is how much I love these pleats. Even before the dress was done, I was in love with the pleats. But like I said, I was expecting this bustle to be a little bit bigger, better, more vibrant, like the picture. I mean, but these pictures are highly stylized. They don't look like the picture half the time anyway. You know, I even like this flag thing. I call it a flag. I don't know what it's really called, but I like it. Fascinator, asymmetrical, something there. Just to have something. The upside is that I know it's going to look good when it's done, because it's already been done.